Hello, my name is Zhatelier, and welcome back for another episode of The Last Kingdom in Aurora. And in previous episode we left off at the year 80, just at the start of the year, and we had to turn on the precursors. Now I can already tell you that so far we haven't found any. We have been exploring a little bit, and we actually have a new house, House Orlanko, which actually, if I remember to do that, there should have been a small info card about the house, just like there was in the episode 0 on the existing factions. But anyway, we have been exploring a fair bit. We know that that is a dead end, although I think we knew that already. We explore a little bit around here. And Durandal, again, is going to be assigned to the Scholar's Guild as the home system. And then House of Clare does have a little bit, but actually, the reason why I brought you back in right now, in this moment in time, is because in Collada we found Deserter Intact Colony, which means that there's going to be a lot of installations there, but there might also be something a bit more dangerous in there, let's just put it that way. But yeah, we have been doing a fair bit of research. Also, something that we've done is we stopped producing fuel at Veralis, so we're not getting constantly the notifications of we have a thorium shortage, and not to mention we do really have thorium shortages. So I'd prefer to use the remaining thorium there for jump drives instead of fuel. And we have expanded our fuel refinery or fuel harvesting quite a bit, mostly under, well, actually entirely under the command of Gas Harvesters Guild. They've spread out a few systems, and they're certainly getting a decent bit out there. Now, we are also getting some refueling stations. Actually, have we got on one already? Oh yeah, we have. Okay, so we got 3 refueling stations. One of them is going to go to Caldera, and we can then send in some fuel over there every now and then, or even what fuel they're producing there can then be used. Although that is not a lot of fuel right now. And then one in Crasina Imperialis, which we do have a gas giant in that system that we're already harvesting in, so we can drop the fuel off here, so the survey vessels in this part of the galaxy will not need to go back to Veralis and back. And they can do their overhaul over here as well. To a certain degree. The maintenance facility capacity isn't massive though, so we'll have to increase that a little bit probably. But we do have a fair bit of available workers in here, so that shouldn't be too bad. And then the last one is going to be the farm, which is a colony for the Gas Harvesters Guild, because there is a gas giant with 0.9 accessibility thorium and 6 million tons of that, so that is going to be 12 billion liters of fuel, more or less. So that is going to be dropped in here, and then from here they can deliver to various other places once we get more of the infrastructure set up. But yeah, that's in terms of the colonies. I mean, we have been expanding a little. Oh, and another thing that I forgot to mention is we gave control of the banking planet to the Commerce Guild, so they can start storing their minerals and such in here that they are getting from trading and all that sort of stuff. And of course, that was named Lübeck, so that should be pretty nice. And then, of course, the Miners Guild does have their colony now. They don't have well, actually they've got a decent bit of minerals there. The colony itself doesn't have a lot of capacity yet, but we'll probably fix that eventually. And another thing that we have started doing is, since we do have the archaeology units already in St. Petersburg, we are now training some construction battalions. And then we'll train a few more archaeology battalions that we can transfer into places, so that should help a fair bit getting all the traffic going. And in terms of research, we are currently doing a fair bit of various things. We did get the archaeology stuff and construction equipment and all that sort of stuff, which was a fairly high priority. And actually, let's have a look at the completed real quick. So I believe we got the terraforming rate between the episodes here. And then in construction, we've got on the... Hold on. Maintenance production rate 24 and orbital mining diameter 125 kilometers. Then in defensive systems we did get the better armor, the composite armor. Although I'm not entirely... I think we got that between the episodes, but again, it's starting to blur a little bit what I've done on camera and what I haven't. We do have the particle beam range 100,000 kilometers now. And also we've got on the tracking gear speed 2,000 kilometers per second. Then in combat stuff we've got on the boarding base actually. So we can now technically, well, once we're done with some more of the... Actually, ground combat... Oh yeah, there's only geosurvey equipment. Okay, so if we switch to available, we can now set up the... Hold on, boarding combat capability. That'll do the queue there, because I know that at least the Knights want to utilize that quite heavily. Right, but if we have a look at the... completed again... Logistics, I don't think we've gotten anything new lately. Maybe the cargo hold large one. Or maybe we had that before, I don't remember. 12 centimeter railgun and the launch velocity 20,000 have been gotten. We did get the 10 centimeter railgun that fires every increment. That's a point defense weaponry essentially. We did get some of the engines and jump drives, I believe. I mean, we had queued them up mostly for the last episode already, but we've gone through some of them. Also, we've gotten some power plants and stuff like that. We're currently getting the max engine size 60, just so that we can get a bit more fuel efficient engines for the commercial vessels. Probably won't be using those much for other than commercial engines, quite frankly. Not right now anyway, we don't have particularly large naval shipyards. Oh, and the civilians have also gotten a bit more things there. And then in sensors we've gotten the electronic intelligence and analysis module, which is going to allow us to get a little bit information about potential enemies later. And that is actually where House Orlanko probably comes in a little bit with that. They basically have a kind of idea of stealthy ships that will be doing some strikes maybe behind the lines or something like that. But hard to notice and keep an eye on the enemies. And then there's some fire control stuff that we may have gotten. We are currently getting the beam fire controller range. Once we get that, we can then easily redesign our new fire controls, and hopefully we can get them to be a bit more space efficient. But we do need to get a bit more out of our beam weapons, quite frankly. Now, to be fair, with the beam strength 2 and the better range, we could redesign that with the capacitor so we'd be able to recharge every 15 or 10 seconds. Either one would be better than what it is currently. But that is for the research there, and we've already spent 8 minutes of the episode here, so let's get going. So actually, before we get going, we'll open that to the side there, and now we can get moving. But yeah, we are slowly spreading out to various parts of the galaxy, and also the Lübeck has now about 50-50 oxygen and nitrogen. The temperature is still a bit cold, but once we get the atmosphere to be breathable, we can then just add in some safe greenhouse gases and it should be okay. Right, commanders, yeah. New mineral deposit. Ooh, that's a lot of corundium actually. In amber, and amber is connected to Hrunting, which is right over there. Or Hrunting is over there. That's the gas harvesters guild system. That's the miners guild system. I haven't set up the guilds in this map yet, but the houses are more or less in here. I might actually give like something like Ekasaks or Thuenthin to the crafters guild, so that they can start producing some components ready, and space stations as such. And orbital habitats. Right, but let's keep on going, shall we? Ooh, Abalone, Sorum, and Corundium. Ooh, it's a comet. It does have a decent bit of corundium. That would be good because we are very low on corundium as well. Not in a crunch quite yet. Ooh, and we got another oxen, or gas oxen. We are still producing 3 of them. Okay, so where do we have the target right now? It is currently just sitting at home, so we should probably, in fact, take that from here. Oh no, it's not there. Is it in shipyard? Nope. Hold on a minute. Where did it end up? If it's not there, did I accidentally put it somewhere around here again? Oh yeah, I did. Lovely. Okay, so let me just fix that real quick so we don't get that constantly. So, space station. And then take the tug. Oh, where's the tug again? There you are. I had it selected already, of course. Right, so. Royal Cargo 2. Tractor. Gas oxen. And I think I'm just going to take that to the main herd right now. Release that and then get back to Veralis. Now, if we have a look at the production rates here, so we got 7.3 million at the main Barracuda herd, or the first Barracuda herd anyway, and that's going to be providing fuel directly to the planet with the tanker going around. Then this one is 7.7, which is providing fuel capacity so that various ships can just go in here and refuel instead of at the planet. It might not be as quick, but at the same time, it removes a little bit of extra transport capacity required and lowers the stress on the planet itself. So the fuel over there can more be used on the military vessels and construction new ships. And then in hunting, we got a production of 2.2 million and 3.5 over here in Scotland. So it's not too bad. We got 2 smaller oilers, 1 bigger one, and then we got 1 cargo ship for the gas harvested field, which is basically just taking infrastructure out to their new colony. And that's about it. Do we have... Right, so we were... This one's on the transit. I believe our Commerce Guild's ships are also all in use right now. That seems to be the case. Right, well I suppose I won't be moving those then. Alright, so you're doing a lot of surveys over there. Maintenance... Ooh. You still have about 200 maintenance points remaining. Okay, never mind then. Not too bad. We are serving the final moons on this system though. So that should be okay. Well, that seems to be taking a while. Oh, Abalone, we found more... Oh, it's just 1 asteroid with some minerals. So not particularly impressive. There is a shortage of duranium in Iodis though, for infrastructure production. I mean, the Iodis mining over there is not particularly great yet. The duranium has 0.1 accessibility. There would be some more duranium over here, so if we were to send in some automated mines, because if I remember correctly, it has a bit of a high colony cost. It could have quite a bit of population in there. So let me have a look. As the colony costs dangerous atmosphere, so there's some hydrogen in there, which is the dangerous one, I reckon. There's not a lot of water in there. And yeah, the temperature is still the biggest one there. So in Iodis, we are still trying to get rid of the oxygen. It's still going to take a long while. In Lubeck, have we gotten not quite 50-50 yet? We are getting closer. We actually got quite a bit of terraforming in there. Right, but we can't really do much about the duranium shortage right now, unless we want to transport a bit more there. Oh, and... Oh, maintenance supply production there as well. Okay, I didn't realize that I had maintenance... Hold on. Hold on. Okay, it's saying that they're producing it, but actually they're not. Just make sure that... Yeah, that's still space station, good. Ground survey potential... Amber A6, Moon 27, minimal potential. That's a decent bit of duranium there. 4 million at 0.9, and a little bit tritanium. Okay, well, I suppose it's better than nothing. Oh, and the survey, or hand survey 2 is now heading back to refuel. Ah, Excalibur, we are surveying the system where we got one of our survey ships destroyed. I'm pretty sure that it's just Raka, so they won't be coming after us. As long as we stay clear from the planet, it should be okay. But we do need to invade that eventually. Although that's probably going to be mainly House Alexandrus that will be doing it. Maybe, we'll see. We might give them a hand. Now we do have a bit of a plan that if by year 90 or 95, somewhere around there, if we haven't found any NPRs or precursors yet, then we will be putting this swarm in. Otherwise we'll go with the situation so that we don't add in too much at the same time. Right, so unit train, we got one of our construction battalions now. And how long does it take to get the next one? That's going to be done in September. I'm going to wait for that one, then I'm going to transport 2 construction battalions to St. Petersburg. We still haven't gotten the results from the survey, so there's no real rush for that. Right, so Amber, new mineral deposit, that's another moon with 6 million uranium and 1 accessibility. Okay, so Amber seems to be a very good place for uranium and titanium. Deployment time in Cortana exceeded, and that is the hand... Oh, right, yeah, that's the hand survey vessel. Right, well, that is heading back. That's fine. Orders completed. Okay, so the target has completed orders. Let's actually have a quick look at the Barracuda herd. How much do they produce now? 8.3 million. Ooh. But yeah, once we get the... Actually, once we just get some cargo ships that we can use, we'll start getting the refueling stations. We've actually got about 2 of them already, so we'll get 2 of those being transported. I'm not actually entirely sure how big they are, though. Well, we'll find out. I reckon it's probably 10 or 20 times, or 20 regular cargo sizes. Right. But let's keep on going. Just had to take a sip of tea there. The civilians... Oh, speaking of civilians, they have been building a lot of new ships lately. Which is good. I mean, more capacity does mean more trade and all that, and more money. Ah, you trade... Okay, so Trade Fleet 2 has completed their order. So how about... Oh, right, yeah, you do have 2 ships there. Okay, how about we do this? We load a refueling station, and we take that to Scotland, because over there we can unload all the fuel into the local planet, and then we can easily increase the capacity on both this and the one in Barracuda, the main herd. Right, so Cressida Imperialis, unload all installations, and then alter it back to Barracuda, and move to Veralis. We may need to refuel after that, but not necessarily. Okay, so let's have a look. How much do you have there? You got... Okay, so it's 4 more trips. So how about... If we remove last, we refuel at the herd number 2. So refuel from there. And then Veralis load installation, refueling station. Technically, if you repeat this 5 times and then just remove the last refueling, that's going to be okay, I think. Or not refueling, but the... Remove last, and then we just go to Veralis. So that's going to take quite a while again. Oh, jump point detected in Collada. Right, so we know that there's at least 1 jump point here, so we know that this branch does not end yet. It might end at some point. And in Amber we found boronite this time, not uranium. Oh, and... Oh, right, one of the civilian harvesters is at 90% full right now. Well, I mean, technically we do have a small oiler down here, which we can use. Let's go ahead and refuel from those. Because currently we just need the fuel, so I'm just going to take that. I can afford paying for them. And then transfer fuel to the colony. There we go, that shouldn't take too long. Overhaul completed. Right, so this was the... Hold on. Mark, which survey vessels do we actually have here? We've got the Hand Survey 1, which is currently undergoing overhaul. Orlanko survey 1. Which just... Okay, so it was probably you then. Oh yeah, it was. Right, so let me go back to... Actually, pull that to the side there. How much have we surveyed from there? So Crotana we have surveyed entirely. You could probably go to Agate. Or Chandrahas. One of these. Or actually, Abalone might not be a bad one, because we know that there are some good planets in there. Very colonizable planets, in fact. Right, so... Abalone. Let's get in there. It takes you 2 months to get in there, so it's a bit far away. How much fuel do we have at the... We've got still 4 million litres. It's not too bad. Oh, and... The small oiler has now unloaded another 1 million litres. Alright then. I'll take it. Actually zoom out a little bit. Right, so overhaul completed for the Seeker... Okay, so would that be hand survey 1? Yes, it would. Do you have automated orders to go around? No, you do... I mean, you do have to go to the locations, but I don't think you have go to a point with survey locations. Right, so let's have a quick look at the map again. Actually, we have something to survey in Shamshir still. I'm not entirely sure what that is. It might be a planet right at the edge of the system or something like that, which we have not surveyed. On the other hand, if we were to go to Pleiom Solaris, we can take the remaining unexplored one from there and see what we can find in there. Alexandria we haven't surveyed a lot either, to be fair, but that's alright. And Amber, we found another jump point. Alright then, so that's... Wait a minute, there's 2 of them. Ooh. Okay, well that's... We may need to reorder this a little bit, I reckon. Probably do that between the episodes, but yeah, we'll need to shift this branch a little bit to the side, I reckon. Or something, or I could probably even turn this one to the south. Have Joyous over there and Excalibur over there, and then this can be pointing down this way. Well, anyway, I'll fix that eventually. But yes, we found a new... Ooh. Okay, it's some small moon with a little bit of minerals, never mind. But that was in Excalibur. Ooh, and we got a new research lab available. So we'll actually put that to the geoserver equipment, just so that we'll get a little bit more done on the ground unit side of things. Now we still have mineral shortage for iodines. It's not a massive shortage, to be fair, it just occasionally happens. So I'm alright with that. We do not have mining on the governor here, unfortunately. But yeah, the mining that we have in here is not particularly effective. We might want to bring in more mines here while we try to work on that. But we don't have any cargo ships right now available to do that. Okay, we found another jump point in Chirping. And we did survey that. Did we find anything on that last? Nope. Okay, so that's entirely empty planetary body there. Oh, and we got another construction battalion, so let's go ahead and take the Royal Troop. Orders Veralis low ground unit. Get the construction battalion. And get the second one. And then auto route to Remover. St. Petersburg. Unload all ground units. You can probably wait there for the time being, in fact. Yeah, I'll just wait there until we're done with the survey, because we do have a decent bit of a survey going in there. Okay, Barracuda hand survey number 2 is now going through overhaul. That is true. Oh right, we got the particle beam strength 3. We didn't start any new research yet. Actually, one thing that I want to check real quick is, did we... No, the weapons rank is still 6. Never mind. We are getting the 15cm railgun though. I'll put in another one for that, so that will speed up the, or increase the damage that we'll be doing a little bit, and at that point we'll probably redesign some of the ground units. But yes, we should probably get some energy weapon stuff again. Particle beam range would be terrible. On the other hand, turret tracking speed, well, we don't have a lot of turrets going on right now. We haven't been researching lasers or mesons or microwaves or carronades, quite frankly. Although it might be something that we'll have to do eventually. I think we'll take the turret tracking speed. 2 labs, it should be alright. But also, we seem to be out of time for this episode, so if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, or check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.